Greetings viewers, Hugh here coming to you from Reigate in Surrey. And well, I've just taken this southern train here down from Clapham this morning, but it just stops here for some reason, even though if you look down there, you can see the track goes further. But where exactly does it go? Well, that's what we're doing in this video. In this video, we're going to be looking at some stations on the North Downs line. But what is the North Downs line? Well, here's a quick explanation. The North Downs line runs from Reading in Berkshire to Redhill in Surrey via Wokingham, Guilford, Dorking and Reigate, and is primarily served by Great Western Railway running trains between Reading and Gatwick Airport, but also by SWR between Reading and Wokingham and Ash and Guilford, as well as Southern between Reigate and Redhill, with these sections also being third rail electrified. Now, in a previous video, Daniel asked this question.
Why is it that GWR gets to run Reading to Gatwick Airport? Like, why did they get that franchise? I don't know. Does anyone know?
Well, I do, vaguely. In the days of Network Southeast, services on the line were given their own special subdivision, and also ran further to Tunbridge, although this ceased when the line between Redhill and Tunbridge was electrified as a possible Channel Tunnel diversion route in 1994. During privatisation, it was decided that the line would be incorporated into the Thames Trains franchise, which operated the Thames Valley region, which was mainly served by Class 165 trains, which also ran on the North Downs line and most domestic services from Reading. This franchise would later be absorbed into the Great Western franchise in 2006, which has operated the North Downs line ever since. So in this video, we're going to be visiting 4 stations on the North Downs line, and I'm at one of them right now, Reigate, which is the only one that isn't managed by GWR. It's managed by Southern because it gets 2 trains an hour to London Victoria via East Croydon, which I've just taken. We're going to be visiting Betchworth, Dorking Deepdene, and Dorking West. So, yeah, should be quite fun. I've got about 15 minutes to wait here for this Southern train to pull out to get my first GWR train of the day to Dorking Deepdene. And yeah, but once this Southern train's pulled out, or maybe just right now, let's have a very, very quick look at what there is at Reigate Station. So, I've just walked down towards the end of the platforms here at Reigate, and there's 2 kind of cool things to see. So first things first, there's that lovely little signal box there that has the sign on it, which is very nice. But notice something else. Look at the track here, you see? There's a third rail. Electric trains can run. But if you look down there, you can see it's diesel, and it's like that all the way to Guilford. So this is where electric trains stop, and diesel trains, well, they don't start. They go on to Redhill and Gatwick Airport, obviously. But this is as far as electric trains can go, so obviously this Southern train has to stop here. So, yeah, that's pretty cool. But anyway, gonna be waiting for my first GWR 165 of the day, and of course, we're going to Dorking Deepdene. I know a couple of years ago I made a video very critical of these trains, but I do love a GWR 165 occasionally. Chilton, Southeastern, take notes. Absolutely solid. Well done, GWR. As I said at Reigate, it still feels really weird to be on a GWR train in Surrey. I'm used to being on one in Berkshire, Oxfordshire, even Hampshire. I've been down to Basingstoke once on one of these. Yeah, it feels really weird being in Surrey and on a GWR train. That takes a bit of getting used to. So one pretty cool feature of the GWR 165s that run on the North Downs line, declassified first class. It's pretty nice, although, yeah, standard class might be fixed, but first class isn't. So here we are, we have arrived at Dorking Deepdene, first station of the day. It is one of 3 stations in Dorking, one of which we will visit later today, and the other one being Dorking Main, which is on Southern and SWR. I've been there already. But anyway, I've got about half an hour to wait here before I get my train to Betchworth. And Betchworth is kind of a really difficult one because it doesn't get 2 trains an hour. It doesn't get 1 train an hour. It gets 1 train every 2 hours, which is a pain in the bum. So I'm very glad I've planned this right. But yeah, we're going to quickly head out the station, have a quick look around. I will say props to GWR for at least putting what seems to be semi-new stairs in here at Dorking Deepdene. Platforms are a bit narrow, but like I said, this is kind of a bit of a quiet station. Yeah, these seem to be new stairs, which is cool. But anyway, what I'm going to do now is I'm actually going to time how long it takes for me to walk from here, Dorking Deepdene, on the North Downs line, to Dorking Main, which is on the line that goes to Ashford. So let's do it. Okay, so I am outside Dorking Deepdene on GWR. We're going to start the stopwatch timer now. So it took pretty much 3 minutes exactly to walk from Dorking Deepdene to Dorking Main. Anyway, let's go back to Dorking Deepdene. I've already been to Dorking Main. So Deepdene Station's kind of located on this busy road that goes up towards Leatherhead and London and the M25. I think later on in the video I might have a quick look around central Dorking. But anyway, what features does Deepdene have? Well, thankfully Deepdene does have a ticket machine, so that's good. Let's have a look at what fares you have. £4.50 to go to Reigate. To get all the way to Reading, it's not even on here. It's the only way to get to Reading. How much does it cost to go to Reading? It's hard to do this one-handed, but Reading, if you want to go one way to Reading, you're going to be paying quite a bit. So I think overall, Dorking Deepdene, there's kind of a it's an alright station itself. It does all the things that station needs to do, although it's not step free, which is a bit of a shame, although I don't think that many of the stations on the North Downs line are actually step free. I think stations like Wokingham, Guilford, Reigate obviously will be step free, but not these ones. And yeah, but I will say the scenery around here, as it says on that sign, Surrey Hills, natural beauty, is lovely. That's what this is known. This is the North Downs line. It runs through the North Downs of Surrey and Hampshire, and yes, really, really nice.
The next station is Betchworth. This is a Great Western...
Okay, so we're on our second GWR train of the day. This train is taking us to Betchworth. Very happy I managed to get this train, as again, Betchworth. 1 train every 2 hours, a little bit annoying. Although sadly this train is 2-car, so it's a little busier. But anyway, we're getting to Betchworth. Welcome to Betchworth! So, here we are. We have arrived at Betchworth, and my god, this station actually looks pretty cool from all the stuff I've seen. Of course, I'll take a look in a minute, and we're definitely going to take a look, because I have to wait about 50 minutes to get my train to my next stop, which will be Dorking West, because I've got to wait for the train I've just got off to go all the way to Gatwick Airport. It's got to reverse at Redhill, then go to Gatwick, reverse at Gatwick, and then just got to reverse a bunch of times. So we've got to wait a bit. But anyway, let's have a look around Betchworth, because this station looks really, really nice. So it appears Betchworth is a very serene station that serves a very small village just down there with the level crossing. Again, it gets 1 train every 2 hours between Reading and Gatwick Airport. It's again got Surrey Hills, and it's got this really nice old station building, which is really cool. And it looks like it's had a bit of paint done to it recently. I don't know, have GWR just been redoing some of the North Down stations? I don't know, but it looks really, really nice. And also, I forgot to mention this at Deepdene, it's got a cycle rack as well, so that's really good. But yeah, it looks pretty nice. So immediately here at Betchworth, you get this lovely old station house here that might now be a private residence. I think someone might be living there. That might be their car. I'm not 100%. There's also this
very nice house right behind me as well. Again, private residence. I don't know if this is actually part of the railway, but still, it's a pretty nice looking house. Yeah, so as typical with many countryside stations, Betchworth, of course, does have very, very nice old station house. Yeah. So I've walked just up from the station, which is down there, and if you look up there, you can see, well, it's kind of hard to see through the trees, but you see that white on the hill? This apparently was a chalk quarry. So there was a massive quarry here many years ago, and I assume that's why the station was built, in order to transport the quarry's exports to other areas, because it just seems like a really weird place to put a station, just serving that. Betchworth doesn't look to be that big a town, it's a pretty small town. So I'm assuming it's this quarry here is the reason why this station opened, and it survived to the modern day. So there you go. There's Betchworth Quarry. So, one thing I've completely forgotten to mention about Betchworth so far is that this is Surrey's least used station. No, don't play that music. Jeff's already done a video on it. But yeah, this is Surrey's least used station, which means this is the 4th least used station I've visited after Sudbury and Harrow Road, Park Street, and Kempston Hardwick. So yeah, it's pretty cool I get to go to Surrey's least used station, and I'm not surprised considering one train every 2 hours. And oh well, look, level crossing's coming down. That means the train's coming. I don't know where it's coming from. It's probably coming from Reigate, I'd imagine. So, enjoy a train passing. So it's just less than 10 minutes now until my GWR train to Dorking West. You can't really read that because of the way my camera's frame rate is working. What do I think of Betchworth? Really, really nice station. You know, least used station in Surrey, which I didn't know until literally I gave the station a quick Google just to find out some facts, which is nice. And yeah, very nice old station building. It looks like it's been done up recently, because I looked at Google Street View imagery from a while ago and it looked a little bit run down. So yeah, well done GWR. This is certainly better than Dorking Deepdene. Anyway, next thing you'll see will be my train to Dorking West.
This is Betchworth.
Welcome to Dorking West. So, we've made it to our final stop of the day, Dorking West. And well, this station is probably the worst of the bunch because right across from it is literally a car crushing centre. I am not joking. It's got shipping containers around the side and it's basically an industrial estate. This station is bit weird. And again, like Betchworth, one train every 2 hours. Not great. Anyway, before I walk back to Dorking Deepdene and go through central Dorking, let's just have a quick look at what there is here at Dorking West. So Dorking West is a bit different from the other ones in the fact that it's staggered. So here's the Reading bound platform and there's the Gatwick bound platform. They're staggered obviously. And really the only other feature this station has, I don't think it even has any benches, excluding the shelters, on either platform, which is a bit sad considering what Betchworth had. It's weird. The contrast between here and Betchworth is absolutely unbelievable. I think the only feature the station has is an underpass. So let's have a look at that. Oh dear God, this is a bit creepy. It's not too bad, but you know, it's a bit grubby. There's some art of a skull. That's actually even worse. And some flowers. And there's an ad for some GWR railcard ads. Surrey Hills, an area of outstanding natural beauty. Not here, mate. So the other platform's a little bit nicer because you've not got that recycling centre making a lot of noise behind you. I mean, it is right there. But yeah, it's not the nicest of stations, and I am definitely not going to be getting another train from here because the next one isn't for nearly an hour. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to walk back to Dorking Deepdene and I'm going to try and see if I can go through the centre of Dorking, just have a look, because I've not really seen much of this town. So yeah, I'll probably see you when I'm in the centre of Dorking. I will say though, from up here on the bridge that goes over the railway, getting some pretty nice views of centre of Dorking, and well, that's where we're headed.
Hello everyone, Daniel here, and today you join me at Guilford Station. And today I'm going to be ticking the North Downs line. Now, I've already got everything east of Dorking. So I'm going to be going to 3 stations that I haven't already visited. Those are Shalford, Chilworth and Gomshall. So I don't think much more explaining needs to be done. Let's get on a GWR train and visit those 3 stations. One thing that's kind of cool, just before I get started, is that I've got very lucky with Pride liveries today, and like kind of cool liveries. I got the Pride 700 for Thameslink from Brighton this morning to Gatwick Airport to change to my GWR. When I got there, the Thank You NHS train was going the other way, so I got a nice picture of those 2 together. And now I'm at Guildford. There's Pride 444 behind me as well, so I think that's neat. Anyway, I'm going to be getting the GWR train to my first stop, which is Shalford.
Airport. This is a security message. If you see something that doesn't look right, speak to staff.
Oh my god, someone's graffitied Big Chungus. Alrighty, Shalford, and that is a very big gap between the train and the platform there. No kidding with the announcements. Alrighty, welcome to Shalford, welcome to the Surrey Hills, according to that sign, and welcome to some container boxes. Anyway, Google tells me that it is a 40-minute walk to Chilworth, but it's an hour until the train to Chilworth. So, therefore, I think it's worth it to do that walk. So, let's do that, have a little walk around, and then we'll be going to Chilworth. No bin bags blowing in the breeze here. So my first and probably last thought about Shalford is that it's very Surrey. As in, like, it just feels like it's Surrey. I mean, it is Surrey, so that's right. It feels like if you drop me here in GeoGuessr, or OpenGuessr, the free version of that game, then I feel like I'd guess this is Surrey. Speaking of OpenGuessr, me and Hugh played it on the Patreon for a Patreon exclusive video, so if that sounds cool to you, then consider checking that out. I think I'm leaving the town now. There's the houses behind me and then green up ahead, so I think I'll just be walking along the road for a bit, and then I'll be at Chilworth, and then I'll get the train from there to Gomshall. I've saved a whole 30 seconds. Haha. And we've made it to Chilworth in the Surrey Hills. Those sure do look like hills to me. Now all I've got to do is make it to the station. So let's keep going. Almost there. Have a look around the town while we're at it. You know, I really quite like Chilworth. We've got like nice little high street down there. I've got sort of a local little church behind me. Yeah, it's just a pretty quaint little village. Anyway, I'm heading to the station now, and we're going to be getting the train to Gomshall. After that, things could be interesting, because I need to get a bus from Gomshall to Dorking. However, these are buses, so it may or may not show up, and if it doesn't, then it's a 2-hour walk, or more likely a taxi, because I'm not doing that. So yeah, either I've got 5 minutes at Gomshall or 2 hours. Oh, that's neat. A little village hall. And we've made it to Chilworth. Love getting some level crossing action. Anyway, so we've got this lovely information board about an accident that happened here in 1892. Here's the station sign. We've got some art in the waiting shelters there and on the other platform. Yeah, other than that, fairly bare bones station, but I think it's got charm. Yeah, so I'm going to be waiting for my train to Gomshall. Either I've got 5 minutes there or 2 hours. So hopefully it's the 5 minutes, I think. Because I'd like to get to Dorking. Oh, I just found out my train's 2 minutes late. Oh dear. I think I should still be fine, but you might not get a lot of content at Gomshall. Or you'll get loads. I don't know. Update. My train's 4 minutes late. I am scared. Because it gets there at about the same time that my bus to Dorking does. I am really hoping that my bus is late. You know, it's rare that you want your bus to be late, but this is one of those times, you know. It's supposed to be pulling in now, but it's clearly not. That said, the bus was supposed to pass the stop just behind the camera over there, of the level crossing coming down. But yeah, this bus was supposed to pass that stop and I haven't seen it, although it could have gone even earlier, which, not good. Yeah, hopefully I'll be alright. Oh cool, the train's made up a minute of delay, and yeah, the level crossing is coming down, so next shot should be the train pulling in. Or it'll be the bus sailing past Chilworth, which will not be the shot that I want to get. So I'm on the train now. Someone recognised me at Chilworth, so sorry I couldn't stay longer. I had to get on this train, but hello. Anyway, I'm a bit nervous because I just saw my bus passing Chilworth as the train was leaving. So we're now in a bit of a race between train versus bus. Except I've also got to run from the train station to the bus stop. So my connection could be in doubt. Oh dear. If I miss this, I'll probably have to get a taxi or something, which is not ideal. Let's hope all goes well. Okay, I've made it to the bus stop. Wonder if I've made the bus. Sorry, Gomshall, you look lovely. But I have to choose between 5 minutes and 2 hours, and I'm picking 5 minutes. I'm sorry, I've got places to be. Oh dear. Yeah. You know, it's rather fancy cars on this side of the road, or at least they look fancy. I don't know anything about cars, so they might be terrible, but they look fancy. I don't know. I don't know anything about anything, alright? Hopefully, I'm just getting on I'm getting on a bus. Do you think I know anything about cars? So as you can see, and probably hear, I made the bus. Very pleased with that. Turns out I didn't need to run from Gomshall at all because the bus was like 5 minutes late. Sorry Gomshall, probably deserve better, but I'll be able to make it to Dorking. So yeah, Gomshall is nice though, and if you need to get from Chilworth to Gomshall in a hurry, then the train is your best bet. I am sensible and mature and not going to make any jokes. I am sensible and mature and not going to make any jokes. I think I'll be fine. Hopefully I don't cock up. Damn it! So while I wait here at Dorking Deepdene for my train to Redhill, I think now's a good time to update my rail statistics app made by our good friend Jack's Rail Secrets. This isn't a paid endorsement, I just genuinely like the app, genuinely use it when I'm station ticking. All you need to do is import a CSV file of all the stations you visited, and then just link them to visited. It's that easy. That's all you've got to do. I'll be doing that for the stations I've ticked today. And if you're a station ticker like myself, I recommend it. It's available on iOS and hopefully soon Android as well. So yeah, if you like station ticking, do go check that out. Hang on, wait a minute. Hugh, what on earth is he doing here?
So, I am now back at Dorking Deepdene, and this is where I feel I should end this video. I'm like, what the f*** is that Daniel? What the f*** is he doing here? How the f*** is he here? Why the f*** are you here? What the f***? So, I've calmed down now after this guy randomly stalked me. Anyway, that is our duology, our surprise duology of visiting stations on the North Downs line, which we totally didn't plan beforehand.
So, thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. Check out the patrons and YouTube members, and also check out my friend Jack's app for station ticking. That will all be in the link below. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.
Bye bye everyone.
Bye.
So, Daniel, where do you want to go?
I was planning on going to Redhill. How about that?
Oh, that sounds alright. How about pub?
Pub.